What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 25 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about golden tickets because they are officially here, and you're going to have your first opportunity tomorrow evening to pull one. We'll talk about what that involves, everything that you can expect if you're new to the golden ticket program. Also, we got a couple early reveals for roster revolution cards dropping tomorrow afternoon in MUT 25. So let's go ahead and jump right on into it. So you may have received a pack today. We'll show you what that pack looks like in a moment. Whatever you do, do not open it. But we have this splash screen as well. So tomorrow, April 9th, 6 p.m. Eastern time, you're going to be able to open up a golden ticket opportunity pack. So if you loaded the game up at some point this afternoon and you got this pack, you're not special, everybody got it. What it basically is a pack that gives you a shot at pulling a golden ticket. And if you are able to pull a golden ticket, listen, like, there's going to be so many people that complain about not pulling one. You have to understand that the odds of you actually pulling one are incredibly slim. We're talking maybe 20 in totality out of the hundreds of thousands of MUT players out there. So very, very small percentage of pulling one there. But tomorrow at 6 p.m. is going to be the first opportunity. There are some weird glitches, like if you have multiple packs in your possession, it will actually allow you to go in and open this pack. You do not want to do that because I don't think golden tickets are actually going to be in this pack until 6 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow being Wednesday. Again, that's going to be April 9th. So this more than likely is not going to be the only opportunity that this takes place on. It's kind of weird that EA didn't include it in the content schedule. Tomorrow we have Roster Revolution. Thursday is going to be part one of the Sugar Rush promo, one of the biggest promos of the year. And then of course Saturday we got Ultimate Legends. When the schedule for the content came out yesterday, no mention of golden tickets, but I did mention it in a couple videos with MUT Leaks putting some information out there as well. So basically what happens here is you get to open up the pack. There might be multiple opportunities within this pack. I know in years past you got like 3 or 5 opportunities. If you happen to pull one, what that means is that allows you to create a card for everybody in the MUT community to purchase off the auction house, to pull out of packs. Now, those cards won't actually be in the game for a month or so, and there are certain restrictions on creating your golden ticket. Like, you can't create a player who's not in the game this year. We haven't had a Jerry Rice or a Barry Sanders or a Bo Jackson. You more than likely cannot create a golden ticket for those players. You also can't create a player that's out of a position that they haven't received a card for. So, like, if I wanted to make a wide receiver Donovan McNabb or a tight end Donovan McNabb, that would not be allowed because he doesn't have a card like that. Now, on the flip side, if you wanted to make a fullback William Refrigerator Perry, hypothetically, you would be allowed to do that because William Refrigerator Perry has a fullback item that dropped in MUT 25. So those are the kind of basic rules. If you do happen to win, I believe EA will contact you and give you a form to fill out with all of the other stipulations, what they're going to allow, what they're not going to allow. We don't know if they're going to have, baked on abilities that you can create. We don't know if they're going to have lit up X factors. These are all things that we just simply don't know. Now, tomorrow morning, there will be a GMM show, and on that GMM show, we're going to see full reveals of all of the Roster Revolution content dropping in-game tomorrow afternoon. And again, we'll get to a couple reveals here in a moment, but I'm assuming that TJ on GMM will give us a lot more information regarding golden tickets. Tomorrow evening, I should be live on Twitch sometime around 5 p.m. Eastern time, an hour before these golden tickets are able to be opened. So if you guys want to come through and hang out and watch me open up my packs while you guys open up yours, feel free to come through. Also, very important, like, these go really fast as well, probably within about a half hour. So if you can't be by your console, you're probably going to miss out on this opportunity. Definitely look into the Xbox Remote Play app, the PlayStation Remote Play app. Those are ways to access your game and access your console on the go from your phone, from a tablet. If you happen to have a PS Portal, you can do it directly from that as well. So there are ways to be able to open up this pack while you're not at home or not at your console. So definitely look into those. Let's switch gears real quick and show you the 2 reveals that EA put out on Twitter for Roster Revolution cards. One of the LTDs is going to be a 99 overall Chase Brown. I'm actually surprised they didn't give him stock 99 speed, but 98 speed is still very good. 98 acceleration, 99 break tackle and carry, agility, trucking 97, change of direction 98, and catching 92. Overall, a really good card. They gave him goal line back baked on for 0 AP, which to me is a super underrated ability, so it's nice to have that for 0 AP and still have access to additional discounted ability buckets. And remember, you need Roster Revolution medals, which you can build with Roster Revolution tokens, which you can earn from the solo challenges to unlock discounted ability buckets on these cards. So we'll find out the specific discounts that this Chase Brown card gets, as well as this 98 overall Devon Diablo. I actually really like this card. Middle linebacker, I think he's like 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", somewhere around there. At 96 speed, he's right up there with the fastest middle linebackers in the game. There's a few guys at 97 speed, like Micah Parsons, the Dr. Gibby card, which is a really slept-on, underrated middle linebacker. So he's got the 96 speed, 97 acceleration, zone at 97, hit power at 98, along with block shed at 98, tackles 98 as well. I would assume, I mean, he is a run support archetype, but I wouldn't be surprised if they give him some decent man coverage. And I think most importantly, right, is that he does have Lurk Artist baked on there for 0 AP. So if those additional discounted buckets with the Roster Evolution medals happen to give him like a mid-zone KO for 0, a secure tackler for 0, and you can get those three abilities all together for 0 AP, this could be a really good card and a card worth redeeming your Roster Revolution tokens on if you haven't done that already. Also, if you didn't catch my video yesterday, we know the 4 champion level cards that are dropping tomorrow. We just don't know the attributes on them. But of course, Devon Diablo is going to be one. Pat Fryermuth will be the next one. Marquise Brown next to him. And then Trayvon Walker. Those are going to be your 4 98 overall players. We just don't know the attributes and obviously the abilities. I know that my guy Laserbeam, I mentioned this in a video yesterday as well. He redeemed his Roster Revolution tokens yesterday, opened up the fantasy pack, and all 4 of these players were in the pack. I don't know if they're still in there as of today. It's a little bit risky to open up the pack and try to redeem one of these players, because if they don't happen to be in there, the pack is not going to update once you open it up. So I would still play it on the safe side, and if you want one of these 4 players, including that Devon Diablo, I would just wait until they're in game tomorrow, likely around 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. Before we get out of here, just a quick reminder, tomorrow being Wednesday means we will have an update in the Season 7 Field Pass. If you go to your Season 7 milestone tab there, Week 3 objectives should get added in, which means roughly about 105,000 XP that you'll be able to chase in that Season 7 Field Pass. And on Thursday, when Part 1 of the Sugar Rush program drops, the program tab will get updated with some type of Sugar Rush related objectives in there. So a lot of stuff on the way. Sugar Rush, like I said, one of the biggest programs of the entire year. If you've never played through one of those, it's very similar to Zero Chill. We're going to have eggs instead of presents. Hopefully we have some type of limited game mode, whether it's house rules or a head-to-head event. I wouldn't be surprised if they do a draft event. I'm personally not a fan of those, because I rather use the MUT team I spent all year building up and spending money on and spending my coins on, rather than drafting a team of cards that I just don't have use for or that aren't on my team. And then just a reminder that the All-Star Athletes playoff run is going away once Sugar Rush starts. So you got roughly about a day and a half now to continue to play through this. You win your first 3 games, you get 20,000 coins if you go 3-0. That puts you into the Super Bowl. You win your Super Bowl, you either get an 89 plus All-Star Athletes player pack. You don't want to choose that option. The other option is 40,000 coins. So because I'm good at math, that means 60,000 coins every time you go 4-0. It's been a great way to go out there and make coin. The competition level in the Super Bowl can get a little bit sweaty, but normally the games leading up to the Super Bowl fairly easy, not overly competitive out there. And it feels like a lot of the sweats right now are either playing MUT Champs or Gauntlet on the weekends, or head-to-head ranked, or just something else. It doesn't feel as difficult as it was when House Rules was around for the Showtime Showdown that we had a couple weeks ago. So we'll see what limited time event we get with the program, but I'm assuming because we have an alternate currency and carrots that loaded in the game yesterday, we're going to have a field pass, we're going to have solo challenges, and we're going to have some type of game mode that allows us to earn that currency so you can go out and spend it on egg packs or player packs or whatever you want. So again, a lot of stuff on the way, but golden tickets tomorrow, Roster Revolution tomorrow, and Thursday morning we'll get the full reveals on Part 1 of the Sugar Rush program. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.